Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if it is your first time here, then hi, I'm Shelby. It's very nice to make your acquaintance. Today I have a bare face going on, which could only mean one thing. Actually, not only one thing, because I feel like in all of my videos I'm not wearing makeup. Today we are going to be doing a makeup video, specifically my Boxycharm. So if you would like to see sort of a review, my thoughts, a demo on January's box, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so obviously my face has a foundation on it. If you would like to see the review on that foundation, I'm talking about a very controversial foundation. I'm going to leave that up here in a little card so you can go and see that. So normally it comes in a little black box like this. It says Boxycharm, so you know exactly what is in the box. Boxycharm is a monthly subscription. It's a monthly beauty subscription. You get, I believe it's like 4 to 5 full-size products, which I really appreciate. I was subscribed to Ipsy for the longest time, which is only $10, whereas Boxycharm is $21. But you just got little sample sizes of like companies I had never heard of. In these boxes, most of the things are companies I have heard about. A lot of times they will give you brushes from Crown Brushes, which I have heard of before. They'll give you Luxie brushes. They will give you full-size Tarte products. Becca, I got a Becca highlighter. Like those are like, what, 34, 48, 42? Wow, that's a very large range, Shelby. Just like one product can totally pay for the whole box. Yes, $21 is expensive, but if you think about it, that's like you not going out one Friday night to like dinner. So when I first open this up, I see this Luminizer primer, Pores No More by Dr. Brandt. Now Dr. Brandt is a company, it's more expensive. I believe we received their exfoliating wash in a Boxycharm, which I love, but I also received that in my FabFitFun box, so I actually gave that to somebody for Christmas. And this guy retails, I don't know how much, but I'm assuming anywhere from 35 to like 50 bucks, because this Dr. Brandt brand is V expensive, it's a V nice. The next product that I will be trying out today is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. So I have purchased this before. Marissa Lace here on YouTube always raved about it. She talked about it, and so I was wanting to know, you know, what it was all about, because I've heard it has like really good reviews. And I love their packaging. Look at that. It says, can we see that? So cute. It says, "You are beautiful, you are it. XOXO, Jamie." Now, IT Cosmetics, I really like their stuff. The more I use it, the more I like it. I will say their shade range, though, girl, it needs a little bit of work. Don't you just love brand new eyebrow pencils? Like, so satisfying. I feel like the shape is different. I don't know. I feel like this feels a lot sturdier. I don't know if they've redone their packaging, but it feels different to me. Could just be that it's been a while. Oh my gosh, I need to get my brows done so bad. Let's zoom you guys in so you can see. Again, I have very small brows, and I'm blonde, but obviously my roots are a bit darker, so they say this is universal, but like that's like saying one size fits all. Like clothing is actually going to fit everyone. Like, no girl, it's just not. They say like, oh, if you press harder, you can get a deeper shade. If you press lighter, it'll be like blonde. It's like, it's not changing the tone of the pencil. However, because it is more of that cooler undertone, which people tend to like on their brows, and my roots are actually pretty cool. They're more of like a mousy brown root. Actually, the shade does work for me. I will say though, the point of this pencil is not, I mean, it's a thicker point. If we can see, I mean, it's like a thicker point. So if you have very small brows like mine, you're not really going to get precise hair strokes. It's just going to kind of be filling in what you already have. So as we can tell, that is brow not done and this is brow on. I think it is a pretty good match for my hair, honestly. I think it looks really good. But again, like I said, if you want those precise, fine hair-like strokes, this isn't going to be for you. If you like the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, the thicker one, then you will like this. Or if you like the ABH, like the definer, the thicker one, then you will like this. But if you like those really thin, like the Brow Wiz, I don't think this is gonna be your cup of tea. Okay guys, so brows are done. Do you ever feel weird when it's like you have foundation on and brows? Like I feel like a dude because I have blonde eyelashes. I just feel like I need something on my eyes, but we're not going to do the eyes. Next we are going to do this Pure Cosmetics Bronze and Brighten. This is a cheek palette with a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. It says Blush and Glow, Afterglow, and Mineral Glow. So it looks like this. Ooh, very shiny. I do really like Pure Cosmetics. I actually have their foundation in my bag. Oh my goodness, you guys, this powder foundation, it's like a pressed powder foundation, makes your skin look absolutely stunning. I am in the shade, am I? Blush Medium. Wow. I've never been a medium in my whole life. I am just going to take, what do I want to take? Let's take my trusty, this guy I love for bronzer. This is a Sigma Duo Fiber F50 brush. It looks like this. And we're just gonna go into the bronzer shade. So it is definitely pigmented. My brush definitely did pick it up. Yes. So pray for me, you guys. Pray that this works out. Oh. What the? Oh my gosh, it's like, look at that. Okay. I feel like it blended out pretty well. I feel like when I first put it on my face, it was looking a little patchy. Okay, this is weird. But when I dip my brush in, and I look at my brush, it almost looks like, do you know when you've ever had like a brush that accidentally gets in like a black eyeshadow and you have like little leftover specks? Like that is what I feel like. It just looks a lot darker on my brush. Like I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like underneath that it's like almost like black. I don't really know what is going on. I don't know if it's the shimmer. I don't know. Well, we will see. Okay, so it does have a glow to it. It's not as bad as it looks in the pan. But I don't really know how I feel about it yet. Let's just swatch this guy. Oh, ooh, it feels like a cream product, like so weird. But yeah, like look at that shade. That would be so pretty on the eyes. Moving on to the blush. I'm just going to go into this blush. Now I do like shimmery blushes, but again, it's like with a shimmery bronzer and then a shimmery blush and then a highlighter. It's just it's a lot. So we will see. Ooh. You can't really see this on camera, but it's a really pretty blush. Okay, so that is the shade. I feel like once you first put it on, it is a very nice sort of shimmery corally pink. And I feel like once it kind of sits on the face, it almost turns into like a bronzier blush. I feel like this is okay. I feel like it's a pretty blush. Is it my favorite blush in the world? No, but it's definitely pretty. Alright, next we are going to dig into this little highlighter in the middle. I'm super excited about this. So let's just see how this goes. It like pure gave me false hope. This is pretty and I do notice it, but it's definitely more of like a subtle shimmer. It's going to kind of be like a little step up from the Becca ambient lighting, like these guys. It's gonna be a little bit of a step up from that, maybe like just slightly. You know, it's pretty. It's pretty. I think out of all of the three of these, I prefer the blush probably the best. Next, I probably like the highlighter for just sort of an everyday natural, like your skin looks really fresh and luminous glow. And probably lastly the bronzer. So next we are going to go on to the eyes. I got a very exciting Crown Glam Metals palette, and when I first saw this I was like, I'm not really into like the whole kitschy, like rock and roll. I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little too old for that. I'm 27 years old, and to me this kind of felt like little girlish, like, oh, some like 15-year-old or 14-year-old would absolutely love this palette. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now that my lids are ready to go, this is what the palette looks like. It is by Crown Beauty. Let's read the back. It says, rock your look with the Crown Pro Glam Metals eyeshadow palette. These highly pigmented, ultra blendable shadows make a smoky eye look like a breeze. To take your look up a notch, wet your eyeshadow brush before application. This will intensify the foiling effects of the shadows, resulting in a sultry, smoky glam that will make you want to rock the night away. So I do know that Crown, they've given us a lot of Crown brushes in the past, and so I didn't know they made, you know, anything but brushes. So when I saw swatches on this online, I was like, I don't really like that. But opening this up, it is definitely more wearable. I know probably in camera the colors are probably coming off like, ooh, girl, I would never want to wear like the blues and the greens. Sometimes that can be intimidating, especially to a person like me who I like my browns. I also think the mirror is really cute. However, I don't think it's very practical. I like having a big full mirror. Oopsie, I accidentally got my finger in that. Let's do a couple of swatches. I'm going to do Heavy Metal. First of all, is it just me, or are Heavy Metal and Punk like the exact same color? Did I get like one? Let me see if they're the same color. Like, did I get one where they're actually messed up and I got, oh. Okay, they're pretty much almost the same color. So this is Punk and this is Heavy Metal. One is just a bit deeper of like a grayish blue, I would say, where the other one is more like a silvery steel blue. I'm not really sure. They feel nice and creamy and they swatch pretty well, but let's see how they perform on the eyes. So first of all, this would be a palette that you would get in addition to other palettes because there is only one matte shade in here, which is this matte black. So I'm going to have to go get another eyeshadow palette so I can do this look. I'll be right back. So I'm going to go in with my little Laura Lee palette. I do really like this palette, so nobody, you know, get angry at me in the comments. I feel like a lot of times people are just like unnecessarily like harsh on people. Like, girl, it's an eyeshadow palette. We should be supportive because she's a girl boss doing amazing things. I feel like a lot of times when people just get angry, it's just simply out of like jealousy. I'm just putting a little bit of Okie Dokie, which is the white shade in her palette, just as a base, even though we already put the translucent powder on. This was not necessary. I think I want to go in with this Rock On shade, which is like a greeny sort of shade, and then maybe a little bit of Pop Rock. Okay, so I am back. This side is the eye that I did not put any setting spray on, and then I decided to just go ahead and try it with the setting spray. This is the one with the setting spray. I can definitely tell you that it is way more metallic, but I will say I feel like this shade, the Rock On shade, I started sort of sweeping it wet across my lid, and it almost, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like it sort of wanted to change like a different color. Like, I feel like it kind of got muddy looking. I don't know if that's just me. Like, I feel like it's a lot darker in the outer corner. Like, it almost wanted to do sort of what Subculture would do, where you'd place the shade on your lid and then you go to blend it and it would almost go darker. Again, this is the eye without the setting spray. I'm going to zoom you guys out just a little bit, and I am going to take my finger because I want to see how these perform on the finger. I'm going to go into the shade Pop Rock, which is this bottom shade. It almost looks like a sort of light olivey green gray shade, and I'm just going to put that on the inner portion of my eye. I will say the color is very similar, but it is a bit lighter and it has more like cooler undertones. Like, it's more of a gray, whereas the Rock On shade has almost like a yellowy, browny, dirty green tint to it. Does that make sense? So that is what we have so far, just kind of like a tiny baby gradient. And then I think that on a shader brush, On a little shader brush, I'm going to take the shade Rebel, which is this nice coppery shade. I feel like it will go really well with the greens, and I'm just going to smoke that under my lower lash line. Okay, so that is what we have so far. Again, these are not the most pigmented eyeshadows I've ever used. I think they're fine. Would I personally pay, I believe this was $25. No, I'd probably pay $18 to $20 personally, just with how these shadows perform. However, you are getting 9 eyeshadows, which is a pretty good deal, and if you really like these colors, you can definitely work with them, but they're not super highly pigmented. They are pretty, and I've never seen a palette sort of laid out like this, so, you know, if you had $25, then yeah, I think it would be worth it if you were wanting something like this. Okay, so I am back. My mascara is on. I just used the Tartiest. This is what we got in last month's box, and I love it. I love mascaras with brush wands like this that are very like spiky. So the last thing that was in our box is the Girlactic Beauty Matte Lip Paint in the shade Demure. Now, I've never tried Girlactic products. I've heard about them before. It came in this cute little package, just FYI. It wasn't just like laid in the box. So I've never tried their stuff, so I'm very excited to try this out. This is a deeper shade. Normally I tend to stick with nudes, but this is a very nice shade, and it's not too warm, so I feel like it will look really well on my skin. Let's just go ahead. Oh, it smells like, it reminds me of the Kylie, can't talk and do this. It reminds me of the Kylie liquid lips, where it smells like cake. Oh, love it. It's a very thin liquidy formula. If you're not very good with liquid lipstick and like putting it on, then this one's gonna be really hard because it's even more like hard to put on than others I've tried. Oh gosh, I feel like a clown right now. Hold on one second, let me clean this up. Okay, so this is what the shade looks like. I don't know what is like going on with this liquid lipstick. I feel like it's very, very liquidy, and it's very, very transfer proof until it sits down, because I feel like a clown right now wearing it. I don't know if it's the shade. I don't know if it's the formulation. I think it's the shade. It's just a little bit darker than I'm used to and then what I like. And also, it like, let me see, maybe closer. It like has a very sharp line. It kind of does that thing with liquid lipstick sometimes, that like if you're drawing and you're putting it on the outer edge, sometimes it almost looks like you're wearing a lip liner. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but I feel like around the edges of my lip are always darker than the center of my lip. I don't think that this color is like my cup of tea, to be honest, but again, it's very liquidy, so it's just kind of hard to get perfect lines. I would use this with a lip liner if you're going to, but I personally don't really like to have to use a lip liner, so those are my thoughts on the liquid lipstick. So if you guys liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave down below, you know, what you guys want to see makeup wise, if you want to see more makeup videos, if you want to continue to see these Boxycharm videos, just let me know. Also be sure and subscribe to my channel, become a member of our small but growing family, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!